Hello everybody and welcome to another Kev Play. This is Kevin, and this is Twinbreaker, a Sacred Symbols adventure. Now before we begin, I just want to say, I did have plans for Crash Team Racing, like an offline multiplayer. That is still, something that's open-ended right now. Scheduling with people was a little rough. There's people who are interested in doing it. So that will... when, like, the first opportunity that we get a chance to do that, I will definitely continue that for Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. In the meantime, I figured I'll start something that I could just do single player, just because I feel like I haven't streamed in a while. And this is a small little game. I'm just gonna let this play, and I'll read it, because I might need to turn the music volume down, but for now, this is what it is. I guess I'll read, because it's there's no sound or like audio. The year is 2311. Earth is no longer humanity's only home. The pursuit of profit, scientific understanding, and even pleasure beckoned people from around the world to space. Over a 250-year period, the solar system was colonized, cities were erected on our moon, Mars underwent terraforming. The asteroid belt provided cheap minerals and ore. Even moons surrounding the gas giants, Titan, Ganymede, Io, and others were actively exploited. The lingering problems remained on Earth's surface, leading to World War. Europe, China, and Russia engaged in devastating decades-long conflict, and nuclear calamity engulfed the Middle East. The United States refused to participate. In its neutrality, the U.S. became Earth's only truly reliable marketplace, trading partner, and banking system. While much of the rest of the world tore itself apart, America reaped untold financial benefits that once again made it the economic marvel of the world. An armistice ultimately ended the global conflict, and peace slowly routed its way to all corners of the world. But the damage was done. While Earth's previous powers worked to rebuild their societies on Earth, the United States confidently looked towards the stars. Limited by scientific reality, traveling at or faster than light speed was deemed an impossibility. Reaching for other systems would require patience, and America's solution came in the form of so-called generation ships, hulking craft erected in low Earth orbit. These ships received their moniker because to reach any nearby star system, generations of people would have to live and die within their metallic hulls, traveling at sub-light speed to seemingly infinite destinations in our galactic neighborhood. In 5-year intervals, NASA launched a generation ship to a different system, each crewed by hundreds of people who would never see Earth again, and whose descendants may never step foot on solid ground. The demands of interstellar travel meant that communications became increasingly spotty the further the ships got from Earth. One by one, as if on a schedule, the craft stopped pinging back. Stubbornly, NASA kept its money-fueled program going uninterrupted, but intrigue grew about what was happening, and it became increasingly more difficult to find willing crews to sacrifice everything for these journeys. Were the ships destroyed? Were the crews incapacitated? Or was this simply a quirk of traveling such enormous distances? NASA persistently listened and watched, gathering as much information as it could, yet it remained flummoxed. Then, after more than a century of wondering, with ship after ship hurling into the unknown, an answer finally materialized. Oh yeah. Generation Ship 1. I'm guessing that's a Roman numeral 1? Generation Ship 1 launched in 2191, suddenly appeared in orbit around Mars. Over open channels, it beamed out massive amounts of encrypted data. Then it vanished. For more than a year, scientists from around Earth worked through the data. Embedded in its complex mathematics and alien language was a hidden code, pointing towards a previously unnoticed anomaly in orbit around Mercury, the circumference of a small asteroid. It was a wormhole, a once hypothesized work around assumed to circumvent the laws of physics, allowing rapid travel between distant points in space. No one knew where the wormhole might lead, or if it was even safe to traverse. NASA scrambled to concoct small ships, even piloted by a single person. These ships would be charged with jumping through the wormhole to investigate before returning to Mercury. 2 ships were chosen. In order to stress that this mission was undertaken in peace, the craft were named Greetings and Salutations. They were, however, equipped with a sophisticated weapon system nicknamed Bouncer as a last resort. 2 men known only by their simple code names, Colin and Chris, were chosen as pilots. What they will find on the other side of the wormhole remains a mystery. And that's that. And first of all, let me see if there's an options. No, yes, probably not. Okay, so this is made by Lilymo Games. It's a small developer. And this game is written and I suppose directed by Colin Moriarty of a Sacred Symbols podcast. Very enjoyable, very smart guy. I like to listen to him. He has good opinions on like PlayStation related stuff or video game stuff. He's a good insider of the industry. He came from Beyond, IGN, Kinda Funny. Started his got noticed through GameFAQs as a GameFAQs walkthrough writer. But yeah, it's a good game. I guess there is no option to lower the music, but I figured this is a very quick game. I figured it'd be a nice little game to go into as I wait for any Crash Team Racing stuff in the future that I might do. In the meantime, I have already completed this game, but I'm going to turn New Game Plus off, and I'm just going to start the game. It's a story-driven brick-breaking game, which is a very it's a game I've never played that genre in my life, except like on Flash Breakout. I played on a computer, but it's very odd to have a game like this on console, and I have the physical version too, which is even more funny to me personally. But yeah, I guess we'll start it off. Level 1. Did you make it through? Yeah, I'm good. Greetings and salutations to Earth. We're on the other side. Over. Static. From a question mark. Earth, we are through. Over. How are you doing, Papa Entertainment? Static? Figures. Our comms won't make it back into the wormhole. Where are we anyway? I'm trying to get a read on the stars. See if you can triangulate our position. I'm picking up loads of debris on the scanner. Metallic. Could be meteoroids. The spectral signatures of the debris seems to be awfully consistent. Carbon, silicon, titanium. The debris structure is quite organized too. the writing in this game is just so it's so like, because basically this is based off the two guys who run the podcast, Colin Moriarty and Chris Raygun, and basically they're just like, it's like this like drone dialogue of like sci-fi dialogue, but it's kind of like in there how they would say it. Anyway, I'll continue. I don't like this. Launch the bouncer and keep a tight formation. Launching the bouncer now. Back when I was like in like 9th grade, I had a iPod, like a U2 iPod or whatever. It was like one of like the first. It wasn't like the iPod Touches. It was like, you know, one of the basic iPods, and that was one of the features it was like a breakout game. I'll keep pinging Earth while we try to figure this out. Okay, so it's a twin stick brick breaker. So I have my right analog stick controls the right, and the left controls the left. I think I used the controls again because I'm jumping into this kind of. I've already played the game, but I haven't played it in a long time since it like released earlier this year. I think X serves it. Yeah. Okay. And Pelpa, I have friends who are interested in the like the Crash Team Racing like offline multiplayer that I was gonna plan on doing. It's just that we have scheduling problems right now. So in the meantime, I'm gonna be playing this. Anything CTR related though, it's always open ended, and I'll definitely always continue. Now I actually did platinum this game when it first came out. There we go. It was a nice, easy platinum, but a pretty challenging one at the same time. What I like about this game is it's challenging, but it's not in like the way like how old school games like this would be like super challenging to the point where it's like you would have to be like a pro gamer like who just dedicates their life to the game in order to beat it. Like I like that this game is accessible. It's like fun. It definitely gets more challenging as it goes. Yeah, these days, I mean, I do like to go for platinums if I can, but a lot of games I find myself giving up. But this is one of those games that I actually managed to do it. Alright, so we got the S rank. S is the best rank you can get. You have A, B, C, and D, and the S rank is the best you can get. Okay, let me see. The thing is if you get like at least an A rank, you actually unlock like a collectible. So I want to see if I can. Is it possible I can do that? What if I did? No. Oh, I think I can actually view it. We'll see how many levels I do, and I'll go back to like the trophy room where they actually have the collectibles. We'll just pretend that I got it. For now, I definitely got the level 1 one. Level 2. And this is a very short game, by the way. I figured I'd get it out of the way, because it is a little fun. It's a fun game, but it's not like a long game. Actually, one of the opening messages of the game is that this is a game that will respect your time, and that it won't be like a crazy like 60-hour game that goes that isn't worth it in the end. Not that games that are 60 hours are bad, but you know what I mean. This is a game I don't think warrants being that long. Oh, actually, I forgot. There's like a shooter button thing for R1. There's a lot of things that depend on what you see. I can do that if I get desperate. The power-ups, though, allow you to actually do some cool things. I just have to remember what the power-ups... I have to see more of the power-ups. Like, that one's a cool one, that actually slows down the ball. Alright, we got an A rank, we got another... Let me see, I'm gonna go main menu. Okay, so this is the collectible for the first, thing. I might as well just read them, just because, you know, what more depth does this game have to offer than to read funny things like this? Alright, February 6, 2191. And so what is the end goal? These so-called Generation ships are sending thousands of voluntary suicide missions with vague hopes of finding something out there that in the endless void of space with no hope of returning to Earth, of reuniting with loved ones, of seeing any fruits from their ultimate sacrifice. Why aren't we more concerned about what we're asking these people to do? What is the point? No, in order to stream a new game, I need to stream it first so that when and then I'll delete the video from YouTube, like a quick 15-second video. That way, when I can actually boot this game up, I can. There's broadcast stuff that I have to do, like the title of the video, so it will have that saved already, so that I don't have to type it as the game's running. It's really weird how PS4 broadcasts work, but I basically wanted the title to be saved so I can just press X to begin without typing. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's a very technical reason basically why it showed that I was streaming before. Anyway, this story is actually kind of interesting. It's written by Colin Moriarty, who runs Sacred Symbols the podcast or whatever. It's very interesting because it's like the rest of the world is in a world war, but USA is staying neutral, and they're more focused with colonizing space, and they're doing these really crazy space missions where they're sending people who are willing to risk everything to kind of progress space or progress space exploration and to see what's out there. I think it's a very interesting premise. So I'll read the second one, because we did level 2. Scientific Journal, Summer 1981. Before my time. These findings solidify what we already know about long-distance space travel. It will need to be done at sublight speed. Human understanding of physics, propulsion, and mathematics ensure that matter cannot surpass the speed at which a photon moves. And without some tricks which we don't yet and may never comprehend, voyaging to even the closest star systems to Earth will take decades, if not longer. Interesting stuff. Alright, let's get back to the game. 3. This game, by the way, is on PS4 and PlayStation Vita. And for now is only exclusive to those games, to those platforms. I shouldn't have got this. I don't want my bull to speed up. You want to avoid these little scarab bug things, because they basically take I think they take a life away from you, or they make your paddle smaller or something. Okay, now what I just got is heavy bull, so now the bull won't bounce. It'll actually go straight through the bricks. It's definitely useful in later levels. Personally very excited. We're a month away from the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake being released. That's definitely going to be another game I'll stream. But it's going to be a nice end of the year, I think, because it's gonna be September 4th comes out Tony Hawk, and then a month later we're basically getting Crash 4, which is gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a great nice swan song for the PS4 for me. Alright, I got an A. Let's see what my other... So if I get the A rank, I would have unlocked the next like collectible. Requisition order number 101484 from Generation Ship XIX. Before leaving the system and shutting down regular communications, several Generation ships made note of having too few pieces of entertainment to keep them busy during downtime, especially with such tremendous bandwidth demands made by comms. Video games from the 20th and 21st centuries, emulated via the ship's computer systems, may provide a welcome distraction as crews enter interstellar space. So, it wasn't all bad on the ships as they traverse through space, as long as they don't eat up the bandwidth. This, by the way, is my favorite song on the soundtrack of this game. It's very, very epic. But very, down to earth and mellow. I like it. Oh. The soundtrack on this game is actually pretty good, I think. The only problem is that there's not that many songs, so they tend to repeat. But this is a song I've had stuck in my head for like a while, even long after I finished playing this game. Still haven't let a bull pass me yet. At least as far as I'm concerned. This is hard. Getting into that one little corner. Damn. There we go. There we go. Alright, we got A for that. NASA Bioethics Study 2091. A major complication of any multi-generational voyage into space. Humans will leave Earth having known it. Other humans will arrive at their target system having succeeded. In between our generations seemingly damned to know nothing but space, nothing but metallic surroundings, the hum of nuclear engines and artificial gravity. We have major concerns about birthing humans in these situations, removing their agency to choose for themselves. I like how the game, like, a game that's, I mean, this is a brick breaker, and I know there's a story to it, but I like how there's still, like, context being given just through these little things. Like, I mean, collectibles like this always add context, like, if you're playing through, like, The Last of Us or, like, Uncharted or something, but, very cool that it's in a game like this. Alright, we're on 5. Are you okay? What's your status? I'm fine. Salutations is fine. I'm confused though. Okay, so greetings is the first ship, salutations is the second. I have played Spyro, and I actually do plan down the road to stream like the Reignited trilogy. I just wanted to get some distance from it though before I do. because I did play it like end of like I guess in 2019. Uh, so maybe that will come soon. Maybe like I'll have to see. I'll have to see like what my mood is, but that's definitely one of my like front runners for games to stream next. How about you? Have you? I'm guessing you're a fan, right? I'm fine. Salutation's fine. Confused though. Me too. Why will we be baited through this wormhole just to be attacked? Okay, so just now we went through a wormhole, and all those first 5 levels were actually an attack on us in a way. Did you play the original games, or did you play just the Reignited trilogy, or both? It's strange. It would have made more sense for them to come to us. Them, in quotes. Whoever they are. Nice. So, what did you prefer, the original PS1 version or the Reignited? Because in the original one, there are little quirks that I still prefer. But I think the Reignited is still like a gorgeous remake. It's kind of hard to play a game like that and be like, wow, like, you know, and kind of look back, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I like the Reignited, and I like that they gave you the choice to play the original music by Stuart Copeland or his like remix, like his like modern version that he composed. I'm more concerned about the nature of these attacks than actually being attacked. What do you mean? I swear these structures around us look familiar. I agree. More incoming. From what I remember, Year of the Dragon had a little bit of like, it had a little bit of problems, I think, like, but nothing too glaring. But I remember like that was a problem within the Spyro community, that people noticed that like not much polish was going into the third game compared to the first and second game. But maybe that was like a developing cycle thing or whatever. But I played it and it's still great. It's still great, and I definitely recommend whenever you get a chance to get around. Like, it's a great platformer. 3. I'll redeploy the bouncer. Are you ready? As ready as I'll ever be. Oh, now I have a shield wall, so now there's no way the ball can actually get through temporarily. Fireball. Ah. Can I choose? Okay, there we go. So L1, R1 makes you choose which paddle you serve with. There's rumor. I don't know if you're a SOCOM fan from like the PS2 days, but there's rumors that SOCOM for PS5 might be announced as like a launch game, which, in my opinion, was one of my favorite third-person military shooters, especially for multiplayer. Even the single player I thought was great. Very tactical, not the type of Call of Duty S game that shooting games are like today. It wasn't this big bravado like muscle bound like hell yeah, let's mess shit up and like let's you know, bomb the place to hell type, like that kind of like vibe that Call of Duty has, and just like that run and gun. Like SOCOM was a lot more humble, a lot more smart in the way like you had to kind of strategize how you were gonna go about like winning a match, or even like completing a mission in single player. I hope they bring that back, because I think it's gonna be. I am gonna watch. Yeah, there's a state of play on Thursday, right? Crash 4 is gonna. Yeah, because that's right. Because they said there's not gonna be any PS5 game news or anything, or really anything PS5 related. It's gonna be mainly focusing on like PS4, like smaller, like maybe third-party games and the like. So yeah, I hope we see stuff from Crash 4, and I hope we see maybe some more Tony Hawk stuff. And if they want to surprise us with something, that would be nice, you know, because I know they want to manage our expectations of exactly what might be shown and what might not be shown. But it's supposedly supposed to be 40 minutes, so like there's a lot that can be revealed. But I'll be happy as long as we get a little bit more. I mean, I saw that Crash like level showcase, which I thought was like amazing. It was like the like 2 levels, like one from Crash's perspective, one from Cortex's, and like the Dino Dash and all that. Like I thought those levels looked really cool. I'm going to. I'm satisfied with a B, I guess. But you know what? I'm gonna show off the collectible anyway. A message from Catholic Pope Theodore III, January 1st, 2200. Thus we stand firmly opposed on this century mark to NASA's newest obsession of sending starships to distant locales, so far from the grasp of Earth that we wonder if souls will be lost forever. For Jesus Christ watches over all that happens in our system, from our moon colonies to developing societies on Mars, Ganymede, and Titan, but we know not what traveling light years from Earth means for eternal salvation. Interesting. Again, the context. I like very interesting perspective that they're bringing, like the Pope's take on what's going on in this game. I don't even know what Ganymede and Titan are. I guess those are moon colonies. Okay, moon colonies, I guess. Alright. We are in the future. Alright, level... Did I do level 6 just now? Did I just do this one? I think I just did this one, yeah. Because after 5 levels, then you, Okay, 7. Oh. Multiple balls, which I lost one. Shield wall. See, the trick is to get that ball in the gap so that it could just bounce around like this. Like exactly what I wanted. Oh. Oh, actually, I want to get that ship, because then it pretty much destroys things in its path. There we go. That works. 7 complete. Already level 7. I wanted to start a new game of this, by the way, so that I can actually earn everything, but there actually is no way to do that unless I was like on a different, like, account, which I wasn't gonna do. Anyway, personal diary, March 24th, 2309. We're so far from Earth that our home star is starting to resemble any other point of light in space. It's amazing to think that virtually everything humanity has ever done, anything we ever knew, all the encounters we had and memories we hold, all happened there, in the gravitational grasp of that unremarkable hydrogen and helium fireball. Now it's an anonymous speck against a black backdrop, and we will never fully see it again. Okay. Level 8. There's 40 levels, by the way, so I'm pretty much ripping through this. And I messed up. The gameplay of this is going to get much more interesting as it goes, though. Right now, I'm in, like, a very good state, but you're going to see how ridiculous this game's about to get. At a certain point. I don't think we're there yet, but... Alright. Now it's just a matter of... There we go. There we go, that's where I wanted it. Now that double multiplier is definitely one of the good things to get if you're trying to go for like the S ranks, or any high rank or high score. Oh my god. Oh my god. I like lost complete track of what I was doing there. Alright. There we go. B. Not bad. I haven't gotten any C ranks yet. Minutes from the UN Security Council. As you can see, by the way, Colin Moriarty, he's a big history buff. I think he even majored in history in college, so you could see that a lot of that goes into his writing and into his interest of the premise of the game, which I think is really cool. June 30th, 2124. Have you played Crash Boom Bang for DS? No, I have not. I don't own a DS. And I'm not. From what I could tell, the only Crash games that I actually remember hearing is like, that were good on handhelds. I mean, I can't speak for this game, but I know the Vicarious Visions developed games that are kind of like Crash 2-esque, but like side-scrolling games. Those caught my interest a lot if I ever got had the handheld to play those games. But oh yeah, wasn't it one of the last games before the Insane Trilogy was Crash Boom Bang, or was that like Mind Over Mutant or Crash of the Titans? We in China have concerns. The United States has long since given up the pretense of not weaponizing space. It created the Space Force in 2019, but military bases on the Moon and Mars beginning 100 years ago, and placed nuclear weapons in orbit against the wishes of the Security Council. How do we know their proposed so-called generation ships aren't also weaponized? Does the U.S. intend to colonize other systems the way it has our own systems? Interesting. China's take on this. Yeah, Mind Over Mutant was the last one. Okay, but as a handheld, where does Boom Bang, Crash Boom Bang, fall? Like, is it like one of the later installments, or in terms of handhelds? Level 9. Oh no. Okay. What do you think is the worst Crash game? I mean, out of the ones I've played, and honestly, I haven't played as many, because I never played Mind Over Mutant or Crash of the Titans, or Boom Bang or any of those games, but, I'd say the worst one I actually own physically is, I don't know, maybe Nitro Kart, maybe Wrath of Cortex. Because those are really the only ones post Naughty Dog that I actually owned. I played Crash Bash. I don't actually own it, but that one definitely isn't as good as like CTR, but it's still a great. It's still a fun party game. I don't think it's like Mario Party, but it's serviceable. Yeah, Wrath of Cortex's loading times was a big turnoff, especially on PS2. I know the Xbox had faster loading times. But the PS2 one is bad. And just the game is sluggish, like the way he controls. It's doable. I did revisit that game like before the Insane Trilogy came out. I revisited just to replay it, and it's still like, it's not without its charm, but it's definitely a complete game. I'd say, like, you could still get the hang of it, but it's definitely just not as fluid and as responsive as like Naughty Dog's like original trilogy. And plus, it was like a rehash of Warped in a way. I did like the... Oh god, I'm running out of time. I did like, Oh my god, here we go. I did like the idea of Crunch, as like a Super Bandicoot that we were like going up against. I blew it on this one. Yeah, I'll buy a heart, why not? The DS version of Crash of the Titans is actually pretty good. Okay. Yeah, other than like the design of Crash in those games, I've heard they're great games. Like a lot of people just get turned off by like the aesthetic. But, and like me personally, I'm definitely biased. I grew up with the original design that Naughty Dog did, but I can see that game being fun, like in its own right. I'm not satisfied with this level. I actually won't. If I get a D rank, I think I should at least do it over. Oh my god, not doing good. Oh my god. Hopefully I can get better than D rank. Should be able to. There we go. Oh, that's an S rank. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so that was level 9. Distress call, Generation Ship 1, 2202. We're using all our bandwidth over open channels to get this information back to Earth. We seem to have lost main power from all of the ship's nuclear reactors, and it's unclear why. We're running on backup generators for life support and main ship function, but are decelerating. Engineering is working on a fix, but it's unclear if we can get back to the speeds necessary to leave interstellar space, and we obviously can't return home. Please advise. By the way, if you want to get to know who Colin Moriarty is, other than his PlayStation podcast, Sacred Symbols, which you can find on YouTube, you can see an interview with him twice on Joe Rogan. He's there for like 2 episodes. He's interviewed, and I'd say they have a really good back and forth with each other. You can see how I personally think Colin is an alright dude, and he's kind of in a way inspirational to me even starting like a Let's Play channel to begin with, because the way he talks about games, and I mean, he doesn't do Let's Plays, but I kind of tried to at least bring a little bit of like thought and something that I like to consider this almost like a podcast Let's Play hybrid in a way, because I'm kind of like trying to play the game and react to it and give my thoughts on it, but at the same time I'm kind of giving thoughts of like what's going on in the video game world today, and like what I'm excited about, and miscellaneous. Remember when Crash and Spyro had a crossover? Yeah, so that was one of the Game Boy Advance games, I'm guessing, right? It was like a Crash Bandicoot Purple and Spyro the Dragon Orange or something like that. Those games I never played, but I've heard decent things from them. That red object gleaming in the distance, what is that? I'm not sure. Scanners don't know what to make of it. It's surrounded by more of the same, fragments of carbon and the like. Have you tried to get a message through the wormhole? I'm still having no luck. I've tried, yes. My luck is the same as yours. I love the dialogue in this game, because like literally this piece of dialogue added like nothing to what the last piece of dialogue was. It's just like, oh yeah, I also have no clue. Oh, they are bad, okay. Yeah, they seem kind of hacky, the way they were. But, I'm glad that Spyro's in CTR. I mean, that's the best the closest crossover moment we've had since then, I guess, right? Damn, and no incoming transmissions. Nope. ... What's wrong? I think it's fairly obvious that we're being baited into a trap. I agree. Keep your weapons primed. Always. Have you triangulated our positions yet? Not quite. We can worry about that later. Incoming. Alright, so we have a boss fight. I don't think this is our first boss, by the way, so let's see what happens here. Oh. It's very it definitely takes some skill to kind of be used to 2 sides of the screen of what's going on. It's kind of like, this game is very much kind of like that rub your belly, pat your head type gameplay, where it's like you kind of just have to hope that you're doing things correctly on one side versus the other. But it's definitely like left brain, right brain challenging. So basically I can hit him. Oh, God. He got me. And I think as long as... I think I have to get all the bricks at the same time, but, I think as long as I kill this guy, whatever it is, then we're good. Oh, God. There we go. Alright, I'm satisfied with that. What the hell was that? Seemed intelligent. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I'm picking up something. Hold on, I'll patch it through. We've run something out here, it's alive. We're jamming our signals. NASA, we hope you... That's it just repeats same gaps. Is the transmission encrypted with source information? Yeah, but you won't believe it if I told you. Try me. I love the dialogue in this game, it's so simplistic. I love how they just keep, like... It's just like two dudes in a spaceship. It's not, like, yeah, they're saying, like, kind of like sci-fi ship lingo, but, like, at the same time, they're just very, like... Very, I don't know, what's the word, unenthused with what they're doing, in a way, like... Very basic, very down-to-earth dialogue. Very general dialogue. It says the source is Generation Ship 1. How can that be? I don't know. How did it suddenly appear in orbit around Mars over a century after it left Earth? This is only bound to get stranger. Have you played that fan Crash Bandicoot Flash game? I don't think so. Was that like on PC? Like the modded game before the N. Sane Trilogy came out? It was kind of like the remake of Crash Warped. I think like one of the levels was like Tomb Raider. Is that the fan Crash Bandicoot game? I did play a fan Crash Bandicoot game on Media Molecule's Dreams, where you can create your own games. But it was very not good. It was definitely a work in progress. But yeah, the one I'm thinking of, if I'm thinking the one, yeah, the first thing I was saying, yeah, I did see it. I did see gameplay of it. I didn't actually play it though. Have you played it? Why do you say that? Because Greetings is nearly done triangulating our position. I don't think we're that far from home. Let's keep moving. Keep your eyes peeled. Roger. Oh god, we're just thrown right into it here. Alright. Alright, so now... Oh, you actually beat it. Nice. So now it's... The game's changing a bit. I have to worry about... the sides of the screen, as we can see. I don't have to worry about the bottoms of the screen, thankfully. Yet. But... Was it just the one level? Or was it like a series of levels that they did? Because I can't imagine it being as full of a game as like Crash Warped. Oh my god, I was focused on that coin. Oh, it's 5 levels, okay. Yeah, I remember seeing that and thinking like, wow, like, I hope they finish this. And it was before N. Sane Trilogy was really even announced. But then N. Sane Trilogy came out and then I kind of just forgot about the game, but, it's cool that it exists though. And I think it might have been helpful for Vicarious Visions to use as kind of like a... what's the word? As a template, I guess? I mean, they used the original Naughty Dog games as a template, but you know what I mean. They saw that there was fan interest in the game to create the game, and maybe they saw what was being done wrong or something, and or maybe they got some tips from it. But I think that game actually had played its part in the creation of the Insane trilogy in some way. I'm sure the developers were very much aware of that fan-made game. Alright, so level 11 is complete. I don't think I read level 10's thing. News Talking Head, October 2nd, 2045. NASA's budget is ballooning at a time when we most need funds here on Earth. Climate change mitigation appears to be working, but not quickly enough. We regularly go to the moon. Now we're on Mars. Then NASA talks about going to Ganymede and Titan. And what are these generation ships they're referring to? People aren't going to voluntarily say goodbye to the blue marble to live and die on spaceships for no discernible reason. Internet forum post. December 6, 2251. Not to get too conspiratorial, but does anyone consider it strange that we haven't heard back from the 12 ships NASA has already launched? And now they're moving forward with the 13th and even more? The government says this is to be expected, that it's tough to send messages back and forth, and that we may need to wait potentially dozens or scores more years to hear back with any detail. Call me crazy, but I think they're hiding something. See, the thing is, are they hiding something, or is it just are the people who are sent out still on mission? Can they not get back home? Did something happen to them? I like the question that this little tidbit leaves in the air. Alright, let's do one more level. Level 12. Boom. I shouldn't have got this one. I try to avoid the one that makes your paddle smaller, but sometimes it can't be helped when you're looking at the left and right side of the screen here. I did not see the Sonic movie. I never really played much of the Sonic games. I heard the Sonic movie is pretty good, though. Like, I know Jim Carrey has a good performance as I forgot the guy's name. And I heard rumors that there's gonna be a sequel at some point. Yeah, Eggman, that's right. I remember watching the Sonic. There was a Sonic cartoon back in the day, back when I was a little kid. It was like a Saturday morning cartoon. All right, so I think this is gonna be our last level. We did level 12. I'll read this last thing here for level 12. Internal NASA memo, August 19th, 2199. Generation ships 1, 2, and 3 are all under construction, and Mark 1 will be ready for its 2191 departure. Our plan to launch every 5 years should remain on schedule, spreading our reach to various star systems that we think may support life. We can never again risk the existential threat climate change and nuclear war once posed to our civilization. We must find other planets that can sustain us, and America will go it alone. Okay, so while the rest of the world is in, like, a World War, whatever number, World War III, I assume, we're just focusing on colonizing space, and, for the betterment of humanity, I guess. Because climate change and nuclear war are very real threats, and it's best to expand our options for living, I guess. But as a sci-fi thing, as like a premise, like I think this is a very interesting story in terms of like the bones of it. Like, I feel like this game, out of all games, I mean, it's a brick breaker of all things. It's actually exploring like the what ifs and of like what would happen if was like the reality of like of America. Like if America can even get to this point where they're neutral with the rest of the world and are actually progressive enough to like, you know, explore space further than just the moon or Mars. I don't know. Obviously technology has to progress and advance in order for us to have this capability, but it's crazy how there would be people who are willing to sacrifice their lives just to kind of explore something that may or may not be beneficial to us as a whole. I don't think any games or media have ever really explored that topic before. So I think it's cool that he's just writing a story that he thinks is interesting, Colin Moriarty, and just making a fun little game out of it. There's 40 levels of this. We're pretty much like 1/4 of the way through. But for now, I'm going to end it here. Pelpa Entertainment, it has been a pleasure talking to you. As for everyone else, if you come across this and you like what you see, take it upon yourself to rate, comment, and subscribe to Kev Plays on YouTube. If you can't find Kev Plays on YouTube, by the way, because sometimes I'll search in the search engine and I can't even see where my name is, like where I am. I usually just say like Kev Plays The Last of Us, Kev Plays Crash Team Racing, and then you'll actually see kind of like the same format screen that you're seeing, and then I just click on that, and then I click on like my channel or whatever if I ever need to look at my playlist or whatever. But yeah. Have a good one, Pelpa Entertainment, and everyone out there. Everyone stay safe, keep a clear head, stay healthy, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.